Welcome back, everybody. Man, have we got an exciting one.
This was a hot one that came off the list.
Michael Ginn looks like he is very excited to be here.
Yeah.
Andy Kirk, a little bit less so. This is more business as usual for Andy.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know Andy well enough to know what his usual business looks like, so I'll take your word for it.
Well, his team won the Super Bowl, so he's on cloud nine.
No, that's the local
No, his team
high
won
school
the Super Bowl.
or the Eagles.
CHCA?
Yep, Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy.
Oh. That team did not win the Super Bowl.
No, their color is purple too, so like...
Oh, they just straight up stole their logo, though.
Yes. It might be... Is it even edited at all?
The,
Do I have to look up the Eagles logo to figure out if it's...
This just in, the Christian Academy is a bunch of thieves.
A bunch of plagiarist thieves.
Yeah, it's clearly a baseball shirt because it says baseball on it. But I assume they also have a football team.
They actually might not have a football team.
Okay. No football team.
Like, because I don't think they're big enough.
Oh man, the jig is up.
Oh, geez.
Spoilers, don't take the sword. So we've got Inquisition turn 1 off of a Godless Shrine. Pentad Prism is an interesting one.
Pentad Prism here.
Yeah, Pentad Prism, if you don't know what the Pentad Prism is capable of, you're about to find out. This card's going to generate a turn 2 whir for 2, I believe. Man, that is some synergy.
Yeah, that's intense.
Yeah, so here he has a turn 2 whir for 2 to get well, he'd need another 0-mana artifact if there you go. Take the whir. That's fine. Take the whir is okay. But that prism is still going to accelerate him to the moon.
Huh. Yeah, it's real close. It's real close.
Two counters on the Pentad Prism. Are we...
Yeah, so Whir was the only active card there, so I don't hate his choice.
So let's fire off this Mishra's Bauble in a turn. Because you need some action.
Alright, draws for the Bauble, draws for his turn.
What is that? Is that a Masterpiece Ensnaring Bridge?
Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, gosh, see, this is so good. Leading with the Inquisition. Let's find out what's up. Seeing now, Andy only has one operative card.
I love this. I hope both players went into this blind because that would make this matchup so much better. Like Inquisition, you have this wry look on your face, like, oh, I got all these cards. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, I'll take this one. All right, Inquisition, you have all these cards. How you like Polymorph?
Well, he puts the token generator in the bin.
Smart play.
And then I think Michael passed. Or he played the sword.
Played the sword and passed. So his draws for that turn were the Inquisition and the Swamp. He needs some action badly.
He has another card. I think the last card in his hand is active. If it's the Ensnaring Bridge, you play it.
Oh, sure. Yeah, Ensnaring Bridge is nice. Emrakul can never attack you.
Correct.
Which I assume is what the payoff here is. There it is. Masterpiece Ensnaring Bridge. Very nice. Not as nice as my Ensnaring Bridges, but pretty nice.
Yours are loved.
Yeah, I got some comments regarding that.
I hope you got to explain where they came from.
I did.
They came from my heart.
They came from Taylor's heart.
The heart of my bottom.
There it is. Combo assembled.
Mission accomplished.
So here's the interesting thing. Typically,
here's the
Oh, no.
Supreme Will. So he's got to pay 3 here?
paying it.
3 paid.
Power of the Prism, baby.
Sword in. I don't think Andy can really do anything here.
I don't know if he has any main deck ways to deal with this Ensnaring bridge.
Well, there's an Inquisition to get the second Ensnaring bridge.
All right, so
Watergrave taking 2, and he's just going to go to the races now.
yeah, it's very important that Michael attacks
every turn
before he plays a card for
turn, right?
Because he's going to need one.
Yeah, the Ensnaring bridge
card in hand. Demonstrating the combo. Get it back. Do this 3 more times. And so he'll also need to sacrifice this Sword of the Meek once.
Right.
Before attacks, so that he can attack with a maximum number of dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is that's the important part.
Heads up play.
Yeah, I think Michael knows he's not uninformed. I don't think somebody handed him this deck this morning.
No, he should be at 23 life.
Yeah, he gains a life for every Thopter too, so it's very hard to overcome this from any angle.
Card drawn is a land for turn, which I believe we're just going to play out here.
So do you think, if you were building this deck, would you put the Ensnaring Bridge in the main?
Yeah, absolutely. Ensnaring Bridge is very good right now.
Okay. You heard it here first. Play your artifact removal because Ensnaring Bridge, V good right now.
Oh, and here's the Spectral Procession. Assuming for 3.
And we have a Polymorph in hand.
Oh, I really hope this comes down to Thopters versus my liege, the Ormondal.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, Elishnorn would be sick.
The Profane Prince.
I doubt Elishnorn is the condition here. Usually you want some other... Yeah, it's probably Emrakul. Usually you want some other creatures if you're going to run Elishnorn. Andy trying to interrupt with Path. Little does he know that Path does nothing. Oh, and he came prepared with lots of tokens today.
Check this out. He's chosen the backside of the unstable tokens.
Now, I usually choose the backside. In this particular case, I really like the front of these tokens.
What?
I really like the front of the tokens. The foiling.
I agree. Nice. Yeah. Does he have the right tokens here? Are these blue tokens that the Foundry makes? Okay. Because there's colorless Thopters and then there's blue Thopters.
Yes. And I don't know if you saw today.
I didn't see today.
You can see it in the art of the Foundry. Yeah, they're blue in the Foundry art. Today, the next dual decks was announced wisely. He kind of realized that he wasn't getting through there. The next dual decks was announced.
Robots v Druids.
Elves v Artificers.
Oh, I was really close. I was really close. I was just guessing. I didn't see it today. Elves v Artificers?
Elves v Artificers.
Man.
So the elves had, we didn't get the full deck list. We got some cool elves. They're doing something special with the face card on the elf side. I don't know what's going to be. We know it's an alternate art Azuri, which the art looks really nice on it, but they didn't show it in the packaging. Like, they put a black blob over it saying they're doing something different with it. So I'm hoping it's full art. Because that'd be
nice for all those Commander players out there.
Absolutely. And then in the Artificer side, they have a new art Thopter Foundry with Kaladesh Thopters.
Oh.
Like the Kaladesh style Thopter.
The Kaladesh Thopters were not blue, though.
They were not blue, which is a little bit of a travesty, but I'm always up for updated art on new cards, like reprints and stuff.
We talked about art last week, and I think the Magic art has jumped the shark.
You did.
And you're into the new arts, the updated arts.
I like having different art available so that I can make a selection, like choose, I like this art more, so I want to play this, instead of just having all of the same art.
So, like, Negate has to be your favorite card in the world, or Stone Rain.
It wasn't until now.
Yeah, the newest Negate is nice.
They finally did me good. Gave me a good Negate. People are speculating it's going to be borderless. Wow, that would be something.
Not a fan of borderless.
Oh, come off your high horse with your borders, your antiquated borders.
I just think it makes it not look like a Magic card.
We are a global society. We have no use for borders here, man.
Oh, listen, if you wanted to tell me that we want to obliterate political borders, I'm in.
Oh, but Magic borders is where you draw the line. There's a clear line in the sand when you're talking about Magic borders.
Well,
your border is very defined.
Well, one is a tool of oppression, and the other one is just visually unappealing.
I don't know, man. Feels like oppression to me. Cutting off like 10% of the card that could be filled with beautiful Noah Bradley artwork.
Do you think the border takes up 10% of the total area of the face of the card?
Yeah.
I think that's a huge overestimation. We can do the math on it.
Let's do the math. Somebody run the numbers.
Somebody figure, I just need the dimensions of like what the border is, how big a card is.
Do you have a card?
I mean, yeah.
All right, let's measure it out.
Do you have a measuring tool?
No, but we have a piece of paper.
How are we going to figure out what?
Percentages, man. You don't need like an exact number. We don't need to know how many.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Because you have to figure out total area taken up by the border. If you can,
yeah, but if you make up a unit, then it's the same. So if it's like 12 pubes wide by like...
I'm just in awe of the size of this lad.
He's a real unit.
Absolute unit. All right. Here, let me take one that's not as valuable as that one. All right. If you can convince me that like this technique of measuring you're gonna come up with is gonna work.
This is a miscut one, first off.
Is it miscut?
First off, you hand me a miscut card.
Oh, this card is barely miscut.
Barely? Are you out of your mind?
Okay, I see it now.
It's miscut by like 30%.
There's no way you can tell me what 30% is.
30% is 30%. 3 out of 10. Doesn't matter if it's 3 out of 10 sides of an iPhone or 3 out of 10 centimeters.
Absolute unit.
They are absolute units, man.
Is that one better for you? Same card, different cut.
Yeah, this one looks fine.
Okay. All right. So we're going to see this again. The Tezzerator deck really dominated there. The Inquisition kept Andy off his combo for a longer time than Michael could stay off of his combo.
Yeah, he did kind of top deck the Thopter Foundry, but he also drew an extra card because of the baubles, so.
Right.
Similarly, Andy drew another Spectral Possession. It was just way too late. Really, it wasn't the tail of the combos. It was the tail of that Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah, Ensnaring Bridge is a big deal there. If I were Andy, I would...
Tormod's Crypt.
I might be on a slightly different... Well, it's a zero-cost artifact, and it's not irrelevant in this Tezzerator deck.
Clearly not irrelevant, but in terms of emptying his hand, but, man, it doesn't really do much here, I would wager.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, maybe he's playing around Lingering Souls. I'm assuming Andy has some Lingering Souls in there.
Yeah, but you don't really care about Lingering Souls.
So anyway, if I'm Andy, I might build this a small bit differently. I think you can save a lot of space in the deck by playing a card like Colony Garden.
You don't know he doesn't have Colony Garden.
I mean, we haven't seen one. I can't imagine.
Sure. Colony Garden would be a fine choice.
It gives you the token. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I just don't think Spectral Possession is the strongest choice.
No, but I mean, any number of.
I'd be on like 4 Colony Gardens, 4.
Like Raise the Alarm. Ew.
Raise the Alarm's a great one because it's an instant.
Yeah.
So like, if you're playing this Esper deck, trying to be a little controlling, and you got this like instant to,
but like,
you know, here let me play this instant, untap, do my combo.
Right, but your curve is 3 mana into 2 mana, so from that perspective, Spectral Procession makes a lot of sense.
Sure. I just think a lot of brewers, and there's a brewer that I speak with on a almost daily basis.
Yeah.
And he works hard on his builds, but I think a lot of brewers miss. Let's see, now this is a great inclusion. This is some graveyard hate, generates a token.
Instant speed. What's the name of that card?
Put it up there, Spotter Monkey.
Is it Beckon Spirit? Is that what it is? I remember playing this as a 23rd card often. Mostly because that draft format was miserable. But
sure. Can we throw it up there, Spotter Monkey? Can you do that?
See what you can do, man.
All right, so we have another
Monkey it up.
Another masterpiece.
Another masterpiece. This guy is very proud of his deck. This Tezzerator looks like it's foil. We've got the Gear Per Aether Grid, which is a sweet alternate win condition.
Yeah, that's one that, I mean, especially against a tokens deck, really would keep a good man down.
Keep a good man down. Yeah, I would not anticipate this Spirit surviving next turn, because he can play the Aether Grid next turn and just start shooting down his guys. Beckon Apparition. I don't think this is the card.
There it is. There's the Spotter Monkey.
It might have been.
Exile target card from a graveyard to put a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield.
This card effectively does the same thing, but I don't think this is... It might be a reprint. That might be what it is.
Oh, sure. It's the reprint from...
Because that card that he played, I believe, is from Eventide, but...
Sure. This is a reprint from Gatecrash.
Sweet reprint. I didn't realize that was reprinted in that set. Pretty cool. Nice little card.
My point is that, like, I think
What's the point?
I think all your cards in your deck, no matter what the, you know, what kind of weird combo you're trying to do, all of them still have to be good.
That's a fair point.
Like, you can't just, like, start playing bad cards because they happen to fit with the one weird card you want to play.
There is a line for that where that is correct. And I agree with you for the most part, but the synergy a card has with what you're trying to do with your deck also plays a big role.
Oh, absolutely. Like, that's why you would be able to put, like, the one weird card in.
Right.
I mean,
it might be more than one weird card.
Can you think of a deck that's all weird cards?
All weird cards? Boggles.
Okay, yeah,
100% of those cards are fake.
Right, yeah, none of those.
Someone drew those up with a crayon.
Yeah, they let, you know, it was Bring Your Kid to Work Day at Wizards. They came up with, what do you want to do? Here's a creature. What enchantment do you want to put on it? Make up an enchantment for us. You got to include this one. Susie did it on Bring Your Kid to Work Day, and it's in the file. Just leave it there.
What's a cartouche anyway? I don't know. She made it up. Just put it on the card.
Just draw some art. God damn it.
Grafdigger's Cage. Man, what does Michael think he's playing against? I mean, it's good here.
He's got a vendetta against his graveyard for sure.
Well, so Grafdigger's Cage also prevents cards from entering from the library, which is what Polymorph does.
And what Whir of Invention does. He's just turned off his own whirs.
Whir, I believe it's just creature, right?
Maybe. I guess you could also make the point that the Lantern deck is all fake cards as well. Like, they have, like, Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah, it's just creature cards.
It's just creatures, so he still gets to whir.
He couldn't whir for, like, a Solemn Simulacrum, which all of a sudden I really want to do.
Well, you got the deck for it, man. That Brea deck, you got whirs in there, right?
I don't have a whir in there.
Really?
If I was, like, super combo heavy, I would. But, like, I'm dialing it back. Trying to play a more fair game.
I feel like that's, like, your... I'm starting to find out that our group has two games.
Yeah.
There's the first game where, like, everybody gets to do stuff, and you you know, it doesn't matter how long the game is. And then there's the second game where like everybody's kind of trying to leave.
Yeah.
And so you just gotta get out like that's why you get out the Perforos deck and
Sure.
you know. All right. Good deal.
Anyway, to see this Tez list, I'll ask Michael after the round, but I don't have the list. We don't have the list handy.
Yeah, if he has the list and he's nice enough, we'll put it up on top. That will you link the website, Spotter Monkey?
Here's a Tez.
This is the Agent of Bolas.
And talk about some beautiful art. Alexi, give Alexi a Planeswalker. He'll give you a masterpiece.
Yes, this guy knows what's up.
Yeah, he absolutely knows what's up.
Where's Tezzerator in the storyline?
He just stole the Immortal Sun. Spoilers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then he scampered away from Ixalan.
I thought you couldn't planeswalk away from Ixalan.
Not while the Immortal Sun was there, you couldn't.
Oh. And Tezzerator's just strong enough to take the Immortal Sun?
Well, he also had that planeswalking device that he stole from Kaladesh.
Oh, so he's like hoarding awesome artifacts.
He's like Carmen Sandiego right now, just gallivanting around the world.
Where in the multiverses? Tezzerator, Agent of Bolas? Is he still an Agent of Bolas? Is Bolas still like,
Yeah, he's absolutely
puppet mastering that one?
I don't know how canon the Planeswalker books were, but he was very dead. And Bolas is like, yeah, you're actually alive, and you're actually gonna do my bidding.
You're my new friend.
He got wrecked by some Nizumi in Kamigawa.
Wow. That's one I haven't heard in a while.
The Nizumi.
Do you think Michael can lose this game?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. What's Andy's way out?
Get Michael to tap his artifacts.
Okay.
Then play a Spectral Procession.
Okay.
And then Polymorph. I mean, he's got to have some form of artifact removal to deal with the Grafdigger's Cage.
All right, so the Tormod's Crypt is now a 5/5. It's going to find its way all the way into exile. He found
Michael
the path.
Choosing the land over getting rid of Andy's graveyard.
Which is fine. I don't think Andy's graveyard is particularly...
Listen, dude guy Ben. You have had so long to get Japanese foils for your Lantern deck.
What?
He's mad that because Lantern won the Pro Tour, it's much harder to find Japanese foils for his deck.
No, it might be easier now. Think about all the people that have, like, random cards in their binders, and then somebody's like, hey, do you know that this, Codex Shredder's worth, like, $45 now? And they're like, oh, sweet, let me ship it to a dealer.
$45. Might be a bit much.
A foil Japanese Codex Shredder?
Yeah.
Like, the multiplier on foil Japanese is something insane.
Okay.
It's always, like, insane. So maybe not $45, maybe $25. Whatever. If you told me that card was worth more than $10,
yeah,
I would be sprinting to a dealer to try and get rid of it for the $5. The craft beer I can buy with that $5 is going to bring me way more joy than this foil Japanese Codex Shredder.
Okay.
But then the dealers then have it, and they're like, well, what am I going to do with this damn thing? Let's put it on the internet.
The Marton fee, I don't know, 1228, lost the Lantern last FNM, and it won the Pro Tour. He thinks it was a message. Let me know what you lose to next Pro Tour.
Next FNM before Pro Tour?
Yeah, the next FNM before the Pro Tour, so I can place some wagers.
And
Scoops
he
him up.
gives it up. That is not a good matchup for him.
Well, I feel like it's not a bad matchup for him, but Michael just had the right answers, and Andy apparently didn't. I don't know if he's packing the right artifact removal or enough of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think either of these decks is a deck you go into a tournament being like, oh man, I need to have a sideboard plan for Esper Polymorph.
No, but I need to have a sideboard plan for Ensnaring Bridge when I'm playing a deck that relies on attacking. 100% yes.
Oh, absolutely, sure.
So, there you have it. It was an interesting couple decks. We didn't really get to see Andy's deck do a whole lot, but again, he was locked into that Ensnaring Bridge game 1, and behind this Aether Grid
Game 2, yep.
Regardless, we'll be back here in about 2025 for round 3.
The round flipped last time pretty quick, so.
Modern action.
We'll see you then.
And I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.